Alright people, so what I'm doing, we are forging some more tomahawks. This is one I did yesterday out of a masonry or a rock hammer. Okay, so I've got a couple of these, and I've actually got one with a little shorter face I wanted to try something different with. And it is in the forge and it is up to temp. I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe, share this to social media. I need as many hits as I can get on this. I need more followers, and you guys can help me with that. So, first thing I want to do, we're going to start drifting the eye out. You can see how it is, it's oval, and I need to make a teardrop. So, in between, we're going to make this round. First thing I want to do, angle over just a little bit. Let me back this up so we can get a little better view. I'm going to start drifting that out. Get my punch. And see. This building here a little bit. So we are drifting bottom up. Ooh. Let's get that back to the forge. I'm going to have to start with something different. I guess I'll use this punch just to get it to open up a little bit. There we go. Now, forge is still heating up, so it's going to take a little bit. Start to open it up a bit on the round side. That's what we want. At least that's what I'm wanting right now. So now that that's open, I'm going to be able to use my handle punch here. It's called a Pritchard punch. Oh hell, I don't remember. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this to open that eye up more, because the more I get that stretch, the better it's going to be when I go to teardropping. So we're opening our eye of the hammer so we can make a teardrop for a spike tomahawk. Now this is a little ugly. Now I was making some spike tomahawks out of ball peen hammers the other day. This one's a lot narrower, it's longer, still kind of cool. I did a video while I was making those three, and this was the third. The ball peen actually ended up cracking on it, and just made a cool throwing hawk. So that's going to make for an awesome piece. But it looks like we're up to temperature. Now I'm going to go back in and start drifting that some more. Be sure to like and subscribe. That's quite a difference. So next I'm going to drip from the top down because that's going to allow me to work back and forth. There's enough of a constriction that we produce enough friction in the process that we need to work top to bottom on that, but we don't want to produce an hourglass shape like you would on a lot of hammers. How's it going? So what I'm doing today, and I did a brief video on this last night, I was taking a rock hammer and forging it into a spiked tomahawk. Well, now I'm going to try this with a variant that's got a little shorter face that I think is going to give me a pretty cool result. Now this one's a lot longer, but right now we're drifting out that eye before we teardrop. The forge needs turned up. Turn the forge up, that's going to get it to heat a little bit faster. Now, once I get that eye stretched out, then we're going to go to the power hammer. Well, thank you. So, what I like to do, I've been a blacksmith and a bladesmith for a little over 31 years. I've been featured on Forged in Fire, Season 4, Episode 2. I've been on Master of Arms on Discovery Channel, Season 1, Episode 1. I've taught college level blacksmithing. I'm contributing author on Next Level Knife Making. I produce instructional content on DVD, on websites, and here on YouTube as well. What is Tagalog in I'm assuming hot dog in Tagalog, but cool. So, what I'm going to do next, we're going to go ahead, we're going to drip this again. So, currently drifting bottom up. Now I'm going to come in, drift top down, reheat, and start forging that blade out. Got that opened up pretty good. I'm going to drop it again. That's why we wear boots. Next, we're going to come over here to the power hammer and start working on this axe. lot of people ask me if I made this tire hammer. No, I didn't. This is, I believe Raymond Head made this one. Let's see if we can get a good view on this one. We'll let that heat up just a little bit more, because what I'm finding is you're just fighting it more if you don't let it get hot enough. So, bring that up to temperature again. I'm going to run it under the power hammer some more. I'm going to start broadening that blade out. I'm going to draw that out. I can do this by fullering, but I don't think it's necessary in this case. Making progress, things are going pretty good. Now, if you don't have a power hammer, I recommend getting one. Power hammers and presses work really well for moving heavy stock quickly, efficiently, and it saves on your shoulders, your joints, makes a big difference. Making a lot of progress here. We're starting to get an axe shape out of this. I'm liking it. So we've started with the masonry hammer or a rock hammer here, and we're working our way towards a spike tomahawk. Okay, so in the 15 minutes that we've been running this video, we've turned this into a decent axe preform. Not too bad. Now that eye is terrible at this point. What I want to do next, I'm going to do some shaping to the blade profile. So I'm going to bring this around so you guys can see what we've got. I think I can work with this. Yeah. Now, one thing I do need to do, I've got way too much metal on the back here. Okay, so now we're back into the forge, and I think what I'm going to do, we're going to start drifting that eye, trying to bring it into a teardrop shape. We're going to do a little bit of progressive drifting, and I have trouble seeing in the camera, so I usually put my hand out so I know exactly, at least around about where I'm going with this. Now I've got a short section of a tomahawk drift. This was a full tomahawk drift at one point. I cut it in two so I had segments to work with, and this works pretty good. Well, thank you, Ray. Maria. up to a high temp because like I showed you guys, that eye is now asymmetric, and I want to make it symmetric. So it's going to take a little bit of work to do that. Shouldn't be too bad, I hope. Find out. This is the one time I'm going to say this. You probably never hear me say it ever again. That was the wrong hole. Okay. If you're just joining us, about 23 minutes ago, not quite 23 minutes ago, we started with a rock hammer, started drifting it, and we're going to turn it into some form of a spiked tomahawk, I'm hoping. Now we're creating that oval eye, and the reason we need that oval eye, give me a second and I'll show you. The reason we need that oval eye, we're drifting it to accept what I refer to as standard tomahawk handles. These fit in from the top, friction fit, and make for a cool little belt, little belt axe right there. Started to round that out, make it more symmetric. We should be able to do the next pass in, I'm assuming, one heat. We'll let that come up to temperature. We're going to drip from the top down. We're going to go back into the forge. We're going to go back. We're going to go to a standard tomahawk drip and see how that goes. Needs to heat up just a little bit more. I'm using an Atlas forge single burner, and I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with the performance of this piece. Here we go. back into the forge. I'll get my drift out. Now next, we're going to use a full-size drift. It shouldn't take too long to come up on temperature. Let's see if I can change angles here. There we go, that's better. Making a lot of progress here, having a good time with it. I'm trying to see, can I get one done in 45 minutes? I'm going to drip from the top just because it's not as symmetric. Try to round that out real quick, and if possible, flip it over. I'm guessing 3 to 4 more heats on drifting the eye itself. And I was wrong. 1 heat does it. There we go. Now we have that teardrop shape. You'll notice this is off to the side up top. We're going to do some correction on that. Clearly some straightening to be done. So what we'll be doing next, we'll be going to the power hammer. Okay, if you would, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends. If you've ever wanted to make your own knife, you can come to one of our locations. We're located here in Central Illinois at 409 North Main Street. We got our start. I got my start many years ago, but we joined up with Forge Memory. Robbie Bowman from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. If you've ever been to Pigeon Forge and you forged a knife there in the old Mill District, you were probably Robbie Bowman's. Great time, wonderful experience. It's something you can do it by yourself. It's also something you can do with friends and family. We promote friends and family around here. Okay, so next, we're going to the power hammer. forge. We're going to see how this works. I'm guessing we're working pretty good. I'm about 14 minutes out from my goal on having one of these done in 45 minutes. Let's see if I can do it. All right, final stretch. We're going in for hand forging. Now it's just fine tuning. It's looking good so far. Drip dropped it in the bucket. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to check everything for square. Hopefully I'm good. Make adjustments as needed. There it is. And there I dropped it again. There you have it. I'm liking the results. There will be more live videos to come. Be sure to like and subscribe. We'll be doing probably more blades, maybe some strikers, general blacksmithing projects, and more. We'll catch you in a few.